Since 2005, North Star's Ultimate Outdoors has been Cache Valley's source for fun and adventure. It's here you can find the biggest selection of snowmobiles, ATVs, utility vehicles, and handheld power equipment from the brand names you know, such as Steel, Polaris, and Yamaha. The professionally trained staff at North Star's Ultimate Outdoors of Preston has what it takes to get you out on the nation's leading brands. The best deals in the best town. North Star's Ultimate Outdoors. It's where the fun starts. 777 North State Street, Preston.
When you are looking for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, but you want something that is ready to eat now, always stop at the Stokes Market Deli in Preston. With cold and hot cases, you can always find food that is fresh, hot, or cold. Sandwiches, soup, salads, deviled eggs, donuts, wraps, cheese trays, desserts, and a hot and delicious buffet. A meal out doesn't have to be at a restaurant. Come and enjoy something for everyone at the Stokes Market Deli today. 217 South State Street in Preston.
Okay, commercials are dead. You should hear just me. Sure. Let me push the max up a little bit. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Check. Test. 1, 2. Don't you love 30-second delay? It's what? Still need some more? Okay. Turn the gain up. 1, 2, 3. Check. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing, testing. Okay. Okay, good. All right. Okay, good. All right, so the JV game is in the middle of the third quarter, so we got a little bit yet before we start. So I'll call you back here in just a little while. Okay. Thank you, sir. Bye. Yeah. He can hear the spots, so. This is your countdown for the Preston Indians pregame show. Pregame in 30 seconds from Mark. As we'll have a good game today, hopefully. And pregame show will start in 15 seconds from Mark. Pregame in 10 seconds from Mark. Have a good game. Pregame show in 5 seconds from Mark. This is the Preston Indians pregame show. Coming up, we'll take a look at tonight's game. We'll hear from the coach and look at the pregame stats all leading up to tonight's action. You're listening to live coverage of the Preston Indians on 105.5 FM, AM 1340, and mylocalradio.com. Tonight, the Preston Indians take the wraps off a new season as they play host to the Soda Springs Cardinals. Hi, everybody. I'm Hubbard. Glad to have you with us here tonight at Preston Gym as the Lady Indians open a new season with the Soda Springs Cardinals here in town. You know, last year's team went deep into the playoffs. They went all the way to the state consolation championship game before finally bowing out of the state tournament, and it remains to be seen exactly how far this team will go this year. Last year's teams all started 5 seniors, the 5 players all scoring really the bulk of the points last year for the Indians. This year's team only has 1 returning player with any significant playing time from a year ago, and that is Emma Kuntz. So with a bunch of new players and a brand new coach, the Preston Lady Indians will head into a new season. With the Soda Springs Cardinals in town, they're optimistic about a new season as well as they head into a new season with a new coach behind their bench for the first time in a long time also here tonight. Coming up here on the pregame show, we'll take a look at other games coming up around the state. 5 other games in total being played tonight. Plus, we'll have a look at the keys to tonight's game, the things that the Indians will need to do this evening to pick up a win here on opening night. Plus, we'll step into the coach's corner. We'll talk to new Lady Indian head coach Camille Kuntz. She'll be our guest as she coaches her first ever game as a head coach at any level here tonight. We'll talk to her coming up here in just a little bit. Plus, John Slaughter will join me next as it'll be time for the scene set for tonight's game. The scene set brought to you by North Stars Ultimate Outdoors. We'll talk about all the other things coming up for tonight, what the Indians need to do to be successful, not only tonight, but for the year as well. We'll do all that as we continue here on the pregame show. It's all coming up next on FM 105.5 and AM 1340 KACH. Since 2005, North Stars Ultimate Outdoors has been Cache Valley's source for fun and adventure. It's here you can find the biggest selection of snowmobiles, ATVs, utility vehicles, and handheld power equipment from the brand names you know, such as Steel, Polaris, and Yamaha. The professionally trained staff at North Stars Ultimate Outdoors of Preston has what it takes to get you out on the nation's leading brands. The best deals in the best town. North Stars Ultimate Outdoors. It's where the fun starts. 777 North State Street, Preston.
When you are looking for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, but you want something that is ready to eat now, always stop at the Stokes Market Deli in Preston. With cold and hot cases, you can always find food that is fresh, hot, or cold. Sandwiches, soup, salads, deviled eggs, donuts, wraps, cheese trays, desserts, and a hot and delicious buffet. A meal out doesn't have to be at a restaurant. Come and enjoy something for everyone at the Stokes Market Deli today. 217 South State Street in Preston.
If you're looking for someplace new as you head into your golden years, look into the tradition of quality designer homes built by Ralph's Construction in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. Working in Phase 3 now, with Phase 4 starting soon, these homes can be built to a floor plan that you desire, or Ralph's Construction has other options that you're sure to fall in love with. Call today for more information, 435-232-1837. Now is the time to plan for the finest home of your lifetime. Ralph's Construction, 435-232-1837.
Folks have many reasons to visit Casper, Wyoming every year, whether it's work, high school sports and activities, a romantic getaway, or business meetings. The best place to stay when you're in Casper is the Come On In Hotel and Suites. A beautiful log hotel offers 5 hot tubs, a pool, fitness center, and a fabulous indoor atrium. You can also reserve meeting rooms for your next event, and each stay includes an extended continental breakfast. Reserve your rooms today at the Come On In Hotel and Suites in Casper, Wyoming. Call 307-472-6300.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
And once again, a very pleasant good evening, everybody. Welcome here to Preston Gym, as tonight the Lady Indians take the wraps off a new basketball season, as tonight they play host to the Soda Springs Cardinals. A new era of Preston Lady Indian basketball starts tonight with new head coach Camille Kuntz as she takes over the head coaching spot. Her first real head coaching position at any level. She replaces Ryan Harris, who went 53-26 over his 3 years running the program. In fact, led the Lady Indians to the state playoffs in 2 of his 3 years that he spent here at the helm. Last year, the Lady Indians got all the way to the Consolation Championship game, as we mentioned a few minutes ago, as they'll start brand new with a new fresh team and new fresh faces. We talk about fresh faces because there are so many new players on the team. Just a couple of girls really that saw any playing time, and the only one that saw any significant playing time was Emma Kuntz, who appeared in 20 games, averaged 2.5 points a game, and was 500 from the 50% from the free throw line during her time with the Indians. So it ought to be an interesting matchup. 5 new starters. You remember last year, the Fab Five, all starters that have graduated. They'll have the 2 Kuntz twins that'll start tonight. It'll be the 2 Harris girls who will start tonight, and Ellie Nelson, a sophomore, one of the biggest girls on the team. She will start tonight as well. Well, for Soda Springs, they come in 16-13 overall last year. Again, made another deep run into the 2A state tournament, as they also went all the way into the consolation game. In fact, they put up a very tough matchups against the Indians. However, Preston has beaten Soda Springs now 4 times in a row, but Soda Springs still holds an advantage in the all-time matchup between the 2 schools. And the Cardinals also start tonight with a new head coach, Josh Zenter. Will have to fill some big shoes left open with the exit of head coach Wade Schonevelt, who was not offered a new contract over the summer. So the head coaching reins turn over to Josh Zentner, and he coach his first game at the helm of the Soda Springs Lady Cardinals here tonight as well. Well, we'll take a timeout. When we come back, we'll have more for you as we continue here on the pregame show. It's all coming up right after this.
People oftentimes ask us, why do people from other areas of the valley or other parts of the state or drive so far to come here? And a lot of times I'll ask them, so why did you drive past several different dealers to come and buy your car here? And a lot of times they say, I just like the environment here. I like the low pressure. They don't play games. You guys are straightforward with me. You don't, trick me into buying something I don't want. We take care of people the way we want to be treated, and so they'll drive a ways to do that.
Bought my first truck from here in 1992 when I was 14 years old, and been buying trucks and a few cars ever since. I'm always referring friends, family, anybody I talk to West Motor Company.
We have a good time here, We have a great team of employees that we encourage them to have fun. Play at work is kind of one of our mottos.
West Motors will treat you like family.
WestMotorCompany.com.
When it comes to all things electrical, Sean Carter and the guys at S&T Electrical should always be your go-to crew. With experience in everything from new construction to repairs, service, and new installations, S&T Electrical is professional and friendly in all they do. Your electrical work will be done right. Call S&T Electric today at 208-852-5878.
This is Sean Carter with S&T Electric. It's what we do.
Whether you're in need of timber frame buildings, estate entrances, trusses, pergolas, pavilions, or gazebos, the craftsmanship at Milestone Timberworks reflects our passion and commitment of building for the future. At the beginning and end of the day, it's about achieving the built environment where the truly great moments in life are experienced. We look forward to working with you. Visit milestonetimberworks.com today.
They say the three most important things in life for many people are their faith, their family, and their high school sports. And not necessarily in that order. Advertise where you'll get noticed. Call My Local Radio and become a sports advertiser today.
Listen for Dan Hubbard and Preston Indian Sports on KACH.
Welcome back to the pregame show. Time to take a look at some of the other games going on around the area tonight. In fact, there are 5 other games going on as the post-Whiting era begins for the Burley Bobcats tonight as they play host to Century, with Amber Whiting, the former coach, now is the head of women's basketball coach at BYU, and her daughter has moved with her down to Utah Valley area as she is now the 2-time State Player of the Year, now attending Timpanogos High School down in Orem. In fact, she signed her letter of intent yesterday to play for her mom at BYU coming up after she graduates from Timpanogos. Other games around the state tonight, Highland is at Minico. Bora will be playing host to Capital. Nampa will be at Middleton tonight, and Kuna will take on Columbia. Those you look at other games coming up around the state, a total of 5 games in all, other than ours here this evening. We'll take a timeout. When we come back, it'll be time to step into the Coach's Corner. We'll visit with the new head coach of the Lady Indians basketball team, Camille Kuntz, our guest, as we'll step into the Coach's Corner coming up right after this timeout on FM 105.5 and AM 1340 KACH. The Preston Lady Indians continue their opening homestand on Tuesday night when the Shelley Russets come to town. New coach Camille Kuntz and the Lady Indians will look to mash the Russets in their first of 2 meetings over the next couple of weeks. You can catch the simulcast starting with the pregame show at 7 p.m. and the game slated to tip off at 7:30. It's all right here on FM 105.5 and AM 1340 KACH and the video feed on mylocalradio.com.
Webb Funeral Home is proud to be the leading provider of funeral services in northern Cache Valley, including southeast Idaho, for almost 100 years. We are a full-service mortuary offering the highest quality services with very affordable pricing. We have plans to meet everyone's budget, from traditional funeral services to graveside services and cremation options. We gladly provide free insurance coverage review, quality headstones and monuments, as well as funeral transcriptions. Let us answer any questions you might have by calling us at 208-852-0533. Webb Funeral Home, a trusted name in funeral service since 1925.
Whether it's your vehicle, home, business, or even life, protecting the things that matter most shouldn't be left to chance. At Farm Bureau, the Smith Agency, everything that is important to you is important to us. That's why our office and agents are united to protect your future and give you peace of mind today. I'm Brittany Smith. As your local Farm Bureau agents, my husband Braden and I would love to customize and simplify plans that are unique to you and what you care about. Stop in today and see how Farm Bureau can make insurance simple for you.
It's the goal in everyone's life to reach financial independence and security. Evergreen Financial Partners in Preston can help with strategies to assist in those goals. They will design a plan to suit you, whether it be for your family, home, or current or future investments. Evergreen Financial Partners can help with life insurance, long-term life, 401ks, retirement plans, or mutual funds. Contact the experts at Evergreen Financial and let them put a plan together for you. Find them at 41 West 1st South in Preston or go online to set your appointment at evergreenfinancialpartners.net. Evergreen Financial Partners, your first step to financial security. And welcome back here to the pregame show. We'll spend a couple of minutes with head coach Camille Kuntz here in the Coach's Corner, brought to you by Evergreen Financial. Well, you're getting ready to coach your first game ever as head coach. That has to be an exciting feeling.
It is. I'm really excited. I think this has just been what I've wanted to do for a long time. This is what I went to school for. This is what I've been planning on. So I'm excited to get my first shot at this.
I've been the 4 years now. I've been hanging around here. You've always been assistant coach and helping out in various different programs. But now you get to call the shots finally.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I have. I've had a great opportunity to learn from several different coaches. And so now I get to kind of pick and choose what I like, what my philosophy is, and I get to take a chance and say, hey, this is what I want to do with my team. So
the obvious question has to be, as we're working our way down to tip-off of your first ever game, who's more nervous, you or the girls?
Well, after the Jamboree, I think the girls are a little bit more nervous, but hopefully we've got the jitters out and they're good to go. And I think we're all nervous for our first game, but we haven't had a lot of practices in yet, so we're trying to really push a lot of things at them. So we're working on them. They'll be okay. Yeah, they'll be okay.
This is almost a whole new team. I mean, last year you guys started 5 seniors. They knew what they were doing. They could run up and down the court and know exactly pretty much what everyone else is going to do. Not the case now.
Yeah, it's exactly right. We lost every senior. Emma is the only one with some varsity experience this year, and so that's going to be, we're just new. I'm expecting, a lot of turnovers because we are kind of new. We're trying to run a faster pace of a game. But I told the girls the other night, hey, there is no expectations right now. Nobody has even seen some of these girls play. Like, for example, Liz, she was hurt most of the year last year. Taya Tews was hurt all year last year, and so we haven't seen a lot of these girls play. So it's going to be exciting. It's going to be exciting.
It should be a very interesting first couple of games, first couple of weeks of this season until these girls really can get their feet underneath them.
I think so, and to find the right combination of girls, we're still kind of going back and forth, who do we pull up, who do we play with who, so that's exciting. But the neat thing about all of that is they're really pushing each other. They really are trying to compete. Hey, we want that spot. We want your spot. And so the intensity in the gym has been really good. I'm really happy with that.
I would imagine so. It ought to be an interesting night. We'll take a quick time out. We'll come back. We'll have more with Coach Kuntz in just a minute. We'll talk a little bit about the opponent tonight, Soda Springs. We'll do that as we continue right after this timeout.
With over 24 years of building multifamily and commercial projects across the Intermountain West, Procon stands apart as a leader in the custom framing industry, driven by the standard of delivering the highest level of customer service, high-quality work, and integrity. Procon is dedicated to building multifamily and commercial properties that exceed customer expectations. Visit online to see why Procon stands above the rest at buildprocon.com.
Hi, my name is Penny Wright, and I am your local Medicare agent. Medicare annual open enrollment starts October 15th and ends December 7th. Call me at 208-852-2367 for a no-cost one-on-one consultation in your home, or come visit me at Larry's Pharmacy in Preston.
Welcome back here in the Coach's Corner as we continue to talk with head coach Camille Kuntz. Coach's Corner brought to you by Evergreen Financial. As you get ready to play your first game tonight, you've got a team here on the other side of the court. They may have just as much upheaval as you guys do with taking on the Soda Springs team. A great history, but not knowing what's going to happen with a new coach on the floor tonight for them as well.
Oh, yeah, for sure. We're expecting the same fast-paced game, intense defense. We're expecting a lot of pressure. So that's what we're preparing for, is getting our defensive transition game back going, stopping the ball quicker, and also we've got to focus on our defense and be better, because they're always quick. They're always really quick. So, I've heard multiple things about who's coming back and who's not. So we're just planning for their very best, and we're going to be ready for them.
Do you know anything about the new coach that they have?
Yeah, I actually coached against him. He coached in Logan, Josh Zettner, I believe. I believe he's the head coach. He was at the officials clinic. So Josh, he coached at Logan for a while. He's a great guy. Did a great job with the program there. So, I'm excited to meet him again and work with them. So
it ought to be interesting. I know that we've won the last 4 games head-to-head against Soda, but I can also remember a game up there a couple of years ago. We only scored like 13 or 14 points the entire game.
I think that's an unforgettable one. I think we scored 17. So, yeah.
I didn't want to shortchange us, sorry.
Yeah.
But it's still, that Soda is a team that has a great history and a great program, and It promises to be an interesting matchup here, your first game.
Oh yeah, for sure. And the same thing, like he's starting new, we're starting new, so hopefully we can just make a good matchup with the two of us and just play hard. That's what we want to do. Our goal is just come out and compete, no matter who we're playing. So, yeah.
Very good. Best of luck in your first game here tonight.
Thanks. I sure appreciate it.
That's Coach Camille Kuntz with us here in the Coach's Corner. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back. We'll have more right after this.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Our thanks to Coach Kuntz for joining us here on the pregame show this evening as the JV game just ends just a moments ago. So we're running just a few minutes behind here because the JV game took a little extra time. Soda Springs JV beat the Preston JV by 3 points. And, of course, if you were listening earlier during the day, back around 1:30, of course, we had the Westside football game for you as Westside loses again to Bear Lake, unfortunately, by the same score, 28-27. They lost by a single point in overtime once again. So Bear Lake will move on to presume their spot in the state championship game coming up next weekend. Do you realize now over the last 3 years, Westside has lost 2 games, both of them this season, and both of them to Bear Lake by identical 28-27 scores. So for the Preston Indians, they get ready to open up a new season here this evening, and they do it at home. You know, all time against Soda Springs, the Indians come in, as we mentioned, riding a 4-game winning streak against Soda over the past couple of years. Soda has still beaten Preston 10 of the 15 meetings dating back to 2011. However, the Lady Indians have won the last 4 meetings by an average of 18 points. As both teams now out on the floor, as starting to go through their warm-ups to get ready, and just looking at both teams, Soda Springs certainly has a size advantage over the Preston Indians, so the Indians may have their hands full so far here this evening as we get ready for tonight's game. Well, we'll take a timeout. We'll come back here in a couple of minutes. We'll have more for you here on the pregame show. We'll do that coming up right after this. It's always refreshing to shop where you know you'll be appreciated. It's even better to know that you can get everything you need, quality parts at fair prices. The team at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest appreciates every customer. They work hard to make sure that you have the right part the first time, on time. Whether it's motorcycles, farm and ranch, lawn and garden, or car or truck parts, you can always get it all at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Stop in where you'll be treated like a friend. 17 South State Street, Preston.
Whether it's your vehicle, home, business, or even life, protecting the things that matter most shouldn't be left to chance. At Farm Bureau, the Smith Agency, everything that is important to you is important to us. That's why our office and agents are united to protect your future and give you peace of mind today. I'm Brittany Smith. As your local Farm Bureau agents, my husband Braden and I would love to customize and simplify plans that are unique to you and what you care about. Stop in today and see how Farm Bureau can make insurance simple for you.
North Stars Ultimate Outdoors is the best provider of power sport vehicles right here in downtown Preston. Vehicles and equipment from brand names that you know and trust, like Steel, Polaris, and Yamaha. Stop in and let us get you ready for your next adventure at North Stars Ultimate Outdoors. It's where the fun starts, 777 North State Street, Preston.
Across the FM airwaves, we're heard at 105.5. On the far-reaching AM dial, we're at 1340. And on the internet at mylocalradio.com. Wherever you find us, we are KACH, Preston, Smithfield, Logan.
It's time for Preston Indian Sports. Tonight's game is brought to you by West Motors, your only stop for new or used cars in Preston and in Logan. Stokes Market True Value with the freshest meat and produce in town. Webb Funeral Home, serving Preston and surrounding communities since 1925. Ralph's Construction, building homes in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. Franklin County Medical Center, with the finest care you'll receive in all of the Cache Valley. Preston Auto Parts CarQuest, with all the parts you need for your car to keep it running strong. Naylor Insurance, for home, health, life, and auto from Mutual of Enumclaw. Procon Homes, building quality multifamily homes across the West. By Les Schwab Tires. Stop in and see the tire experts on Main Street in North Logan. North Star's Ultimate Outdoors. Get ready for your next outdoor adventure at North Star's Ultimate Outdoors in Preston. Evergreen Financial. When planning your future, trust the experts at Evergreen Financial in Preston. Level 10 Life. Reach your next level in life with their life coaching sessions. Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency. Don't leave the things that matter to chance. Call Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency today. Northern Title, the trusted name in the tri-state area. And by Papa J's Deli and Jerky in Clifton. This game is made possible through an agreement between Preston High School and Cook Brothers Broadcasting and is intended for the private, non-commercial use of our audience. Any rebroadcast of this game in whole or in part without the express written consent of Cook Brothers Broadcasting is strictly prohibited. And once again, welcome here to Preston Gym as tonight the Preston Lady Indians take the wraps off a new season as they play host to the Soda Springs Cardinals. Dan Hubbard here at courtside as we work our way down toward the opening tap of tonight's game as the Indians, who have had a good run over those 3 years with Ryan Harris. Of course, he is now no longer here, leaving the program after last season was over. Ryan, who led the teams to during the 19, 20, and 21 seasons. During those years, he took the girls to the state playoffs in 2 of those 3 seasons and collected 58 wins over those 3 years as well. Home openers, however, have gone pretty well for the Lady Indians. They dropped their only one played here at Preston Gym. They are 9-4 in their last 13 home openers. So home openers have gone pretty well for them. The bulk of those games they have played came against Burley, which they'll see toward the end of next week. But they get Soda Springs here tonight. The Lady Indians are 41 games above 500. Also here at home, which they've played over the last 159 games. They're 41 games over 100. They lost last year to Burley on opening night. That snapped a 3-game home winning streak on opening nights for the Indians. 2 of the 3 wins were against Shelley Russets. Back in last 9 years. And of course, they've played Burley probably the most in home openers as they were able to pick up a win a year ago, 2 years ago, I should say, 49-40 over the last 13 home openers. The Lady Indians are 3 games over 500, going 8-5 during that time. The Lady Indians again, have mostly played Burley in home openers. In fact, they've played them now 9 times, in which they are 4-5 during that 9-game stretch. As far as the Indians go, the schedule, is coming up. They'll have a couple of games next week. Next Tuesday, they will be here on a Tuesday night as they will play host to the Shelley Russets. Then they'll go on the road next Thursday when we go to Burley. And also then coming up 2 week on the 22nd, as they get ready for the Thanksgiving break, they will host the Highland Rams here, I should say, at the Preston Gym. Then they'll go into the Thanksgiving break and won't play again until December 1st. So it's a pretty good of a home situation for the Lady Indians as they get ready to open the season. And in doing so, they'll play 3 of their first four games, I should say, at home as we get ready to open the season here, coming up here in just a little bit. There are some other games going on around the state in ladies basketball. We'll take a look at that schedule and have more for you as we continue, as we come up right after this timeout.
People oftentimes ask us, why do people from other areas of the valley or other parts of the state or drive so far to come here? And a lot of times I'll ask them, so why did you drive past several different dealers to come and buy your car here? And a lot of times they say, I just like the environment here. I like the low pressure. They don't play games. You guys are straightforward with me. You don't, trick me into buying something I don't want. We take care of people the way we want to be treated, and so they'll drive a ways to do that.
Bought my first truck from here in 1992 when I was 14 years old, and been buying trucks and a few cars ever since. I'm always referring friends, family, anybody I talk to West Motor Company.
We have a good time here, We have a great team of employees that we encourage them to have fun. Play at work is kind of one of our mottos.
West Motors will treat you like family.
WestMotorCompany.com. When it comes to all things electrical, Sean Carter and the guys at S&T Electrical should always be your go-to crew. With experience in everything from new construction to repairs, service, and new installations, S&T Electrical is professional and friendly in all they do. Your electrical work will be done right. Call S&T Electric today at 208-852-5878.
This is Sean Carter with S&T Electric. It's what we do.
Whether you're in need of timber frame buildings, estate entrances, trusses, pergolas, pavilions, or gazebos, the craftsmanship at Milestone Timberworks reflects our passion and commitment of building for the future. At the beginning and end of the day, it's about achieving the built environment where the truly great moments in life are experienced. We look forward to working with you. Visit milestonetimberworks.com today.
They say the three most important things in life for many people are their faith, their family, and their high school sports. And not necessarily in that order. Advertise where you'll get noticed. Call My Local Radio and become a sports advertiser today.
Listen for Dan Hubbard and Preston Indian Sports on KACH.
Welcome back to the pregame show. Time to take a look at some of the other games going on around the area tonight. In fact, there are 5 other games going on as the post-Whiting era begins for the Burley Bobcats tonight as they play host to Century, with Amber Whiting, the former coach, now is the head of women's basketball coach at BYU, and her daughter has moved with her down to Utah Valley area as she is now the 2-time State Player of the Year, now attending Timpanogos High School down in Orem. In fact, she signed her letter of intent yesterday to play for her mom at BYU coming up after she graduates from Timpanogos. Other games around the state tonight, Highland is at Minico. Bora will be playing host to Capital. Nampa will be at Middleton tonight, and Kuna will take on Columbia. Those you look at other games coming up around the state, a total of 5 games in all, other than ours here this evening. We'll take a timeout. When we come back, it'll be time to step into the Coach's Corner. We'll visit with the new head coach of the Lady Indians basketball team, Camille Kuntz, our guest, as we'll step into the Coach's Corner coming up right after this timeout on FM 105.5 and AM 1340 KACH. The Preston Lady Indians continue their opening homestand on Tuesday night when the Shelley Russets come to town. New coach Camille Kuntz and the Lady Indians will look to mash the Russets in their first of 2 meetings over the next couple of weeks. You can catch the simulcast starting with the pregame show at 7 p.m. and the game slated to tip off at 7:30. It's all right here on FM 105.5 and AM 1340 KACH and the video feed on mylocalradio.com. Well, welcome back here. We're just about ready to play some basketball. We're about a minute and a half away from the national anthem. Ronnie Ward is going to join us here on the broadcast tonight. And, of course, Ronnie, you were the assistant coach the last 3 years. You know a lot about these girls headed into this season. We talked about the Fab Five all graduating. This makes for an interesting start to a new year.
Yeah, it does. A lot of great girls graduated, and that's going to be hard to replace. But I think they'll get it done by committee this year, and missing some varsity experience, but there's only one way to get it, and that's to get after it and start playing.
Yeah, but I look for a good competitive game, where Preston has beaten Soda Springs the last 4 times in a row they've played.
Yeah, no, we've kind of early on in Ryan and I's career, they kind of had our number, but there in the latter couple years we had their number, and so it's nice to get one on them.
We'll take a quick timeout. We'll come back. The opening tip and the starting lineups are on the way next.
We all have those times in life where having insurance has been a great comfort in helping to make a bad situation better. Naylor Insurance takes pride in being that friend there to help you when you need it the most. Serving the community since 1978, Naylor Insurance is proud to represent a number of carriers to fit your insurance needs through Mutual of Enumclaw. Stop by our new location, 223 North State Street in Preston.
Webb Funeral Home is proud to be the leading provider of funeral services in northern Cache Valley, including southeast Idaho, for almost 100 years. We are a full-service mortuary offering the highest quality services with very affordable pricing. We have plans to meet everyone's budget, from traditional funeral services to graveside services and cremation options. We gladly provide free insurance coverage review, quality headstones and monuments, as well as funeral transcriptions. Let us answer any questions you might have by calling us at 208-852-0533. Webb Funeral Home, a trusted name in funeral service since 1925.
It's time to meet tonight's starting lineup for the Preston Indians. The starting lineup is brought to you by Webb Funeral Home, a trusted name in funeral service since 1925.
Chloe Kuhn, senior, Preston, Idaho.
Brightly Harris, sophomore, Preston, Idaho. Ellie Nelson, sophomore, Franklin, Idaho.
Liz Harris, senior, Preston, Idaho.
Emma Kuhn, senior, Preston, Idaho.
To find out how Webb Funeral Home can be of service to you in your time of need, call 208-852-0533 or check out their website at webbmortuary.com. Well, there's our starting lineups for the Preston Indians here this evening as they introduce the starters for the Soda Springs Cardinals out onto the floor. And the starters for the Cardinals brought to you by Webb Funeral Home. They include Jeanette Garbett, Alexa Mullenhauer, Abby Gooden, Taylor Billman, and Zippy Somson. The starters tonight for the Soda Springs Cardinals. We'll watch them as they introduce the starting lineups again here for the Indians out onto the floor. They, of course, include Chloe Kuntz. As they're going through, as I got a small change there as they're introducing Taya Tews as a starter member of the starting lineup this evening as well. Also, starters will be Liz Harris and Ellie Nelson as well. And I'm trying to figure out who was not out there. I think it was one of the
Brightly.
Was it Brightly? Okay, yeah. So Brightly did not get the start tonight, who we expected to have out there, but she does not get the start this evening. And we're ready to play some basketball here. Glad to have you along, Deanne Hubbard, along with Ronnie Ward, John Beverly back in studio with us this evening as we're ready to take the wraps off a brand new year. Nelson will jump against Garbett as the student section is here in good voice already tonight. Gooden gives it back to Garbett. Jumper from the baseline is no good. Rebound inside goes to Mullenhauer, and she's fouled trying to go up. Just 8 seconds in and a foul early. As the foul goes against Liz Harris, that's her first. And obviously the first against the Indians as a team. Mullenhauer misses the first free throw. How important is it to start a new season to get off to a good start?
You know what? I think for every team it's a little bit different, but obviously you'd always like a really great start. For this crew, I think they just need to see some good possessions, you know what I'm saying, and really making sure that they're improving every possession.
Kuntz out top as it comes back to Nelson. One bounce dribble comes back to Kuntz. She'll give it back over to Tews. Twos, who didn't play at all last year, recovering from that knee injury. She's still wearing a brace on her right knee. As it comes back out top, Emma Kuntz hands it back to Twos again to try to get it back down low, and a reach-in foul on Alexa Mullenauer. Ball will stay down at the baseline here for the Indians. So 1-0 on the scoreboard until right there. It's Taya Twos drills a jumper, and Preston has their first lead at 2-1. Hustling back down the floor, get it down low. A little turnaround jumper from Thompson is no good. Preston will pick up the loose ball. Twos has it up into the front court. Looks for a three, doesn't take it. Instead, she'll give it off to Chloe Kuntz. Kuntz hands it back to Twos as she comes back across the top of the key. To Nelson. Hold is held there as they come way out on hers. It comes back to Liz Harris, as that'll be touched to go back into the backcourt so the Indians can go chase it legally. Into the corner. Dump it back down to Nelson on the low post. Backing in, tries to go up, has it blocked, taken away, and then knocked out of bounds. And it's going to stay with the Indians. Good hustle play on defense. Kuntz gets it into Harris. Liz tries to step to the double team, has it taken away, and it'll be a held ball, and that will stay with the Indians again. So a little bit of a break there. Sometimes you got to realize you got to give the ball up sometimes.
That is true. That's true. So far, so good, though. I think they look pretty well for an inexperienced varsity group here. So I'm kind of pleased with what I've seen so far.
Twos wants the Chloe to come to the ball. She doesn't, so she gives it off to Emma Kuntz. Back to Twos in the right corner. She's double teamed there and tries to bounce it off somebody and does.
Yeah, smart play by Taya, throwing it off her leg, getting trapped in the corner. She's a really heady player, and she's going to be a bright spot for them this year, I believe.
Yeah, had a chance to talk to her the other day at practice, and she was really disappointed that she didn't get a chance to play last year, but obviously she was rehabbing a knee injury. As she steps up and drills a three.
We were sad she didn't get to play last year as well. Great kid, great player.
Twos with all 5 points. The shot there by Garbett is no good. She gets her own rebound, kicks it off back in the corner. Billman with a three, no good. It's height advantage for Soda Springs as they get another rebound inside, but this time the rebound comes back to Emma Kuntz. Here comes the Indians on the run, back up into the front court. High pass, that's off the hands of Twos and goes out of bounds.
Yeah, right idea by Chloe there.
5-1, Preston leads. As I notice our scoreboard clock is frozen, so we'll keep you updated on what's happening as far as the score goes. It's 5-1, Preston leading on the Les Schwab Logan North scoreboard, and a foul down low as Nelson tried to strip the ball away on a rebound. As Ellie will get called for the foul, her second on the team. Oh, actually, no, they called that on Chloe Kuntz instead. Wow, that's a bit of a break. As the free throw there by Abby Gooden is no good.
Yeah, I think that's going to be a theme for tonight as we're watching these girls play, is how well they can keep Soda off the offensive glass.
Second one, no good again. Liz Harris has the rebound. Up into the front court as it comes to Twos. Twos around the corner. Work it over in the corner as it comes to Nelson. Ellie has it there, back to Twos, now back out top to Emma. Kuntz will give it off to her twin sister, Chloe. As they try to strip it away from her, can't, as it comes back to Twos again. Twos backs it back out, and they poke it away from her, and she has to dive on it. And she's able to get the
Soda ball. Not a lot of great ball movement that possession, Dan.
So it remains 5-1 Preston, about halfway through the first quarter here. As jumper for three, that is good. As the three-pointer put in by Abby Gooden. So it's now 5-4 Preston on top. 4.5 to play here in the first quarter here at Preston Gym on opening night. Emma from straight away. Kuntz played in 20 games last year. Came up off there. Rebound inside. Here comes Garbage back up into the front court. As they kick it back outside again. As that comes to Gooden, that's no good.
Oh, nice play by Emma. Nice play by Emma to knock that ball out of bounds. Preston Indian ball.
Ball will come back to the Indians. Sorry, we're having some camera issues here. Hey, it's opening night. We got bugs to work out. What can I say? Two's up into the front court. Nelson in the paint. Drop it down low inside there to Jadley Roberts just into the game. Taken back away, and then a foul called against Emma Kuntz as she tried to get the ball back. Emma draws her first. Third on the Indians here in the first half. Here comes Gooden up into the front court.
There we go, got it working.
And knocked out of bounds by the Indians, so the Cardinals will bring it in right in front of the Preston bench. Comes back into Gooden. Gooden gives it off to Mullenauer. She bounces along the far sideline. That's off the hands of Gooden and goes out of bounds. Tonight's game brought to you by North Stars Ultimate Outdoors. Get ready for your next outdoor adventure at North Stars Ultimate Outdoors on State Street at the north end of the city of Preston. Back up into the front court comes to Chloe Kuntz to Roberts straight away. Emma drives the lane. Her little runner in the lane is short. Air ball.
Yeah, didn't catch any rim on that. Great move, though, by Emma. Just needs to focus and put it in. Girls are competing well, though. I love it.
Gooden will bring it back up into the front court. Mullenauer, free throw line extended right, gets it down low, and running along the box, it was Taylor Billman to put in her first 2 points of the game. And the Cardinals have their first lead of the night at 6-5 on the Les Schwab Logan North scoreboard. Twos and unleashes another three. That's no good. Rebound is off to the Cardinals. They'll push. Back to Mullenauer. She takes it down into the right corner. Back out top. Skip pass all the way over onto the left side. That comes to Gooden. And then she stumbled, but she was fouled is why she stumbled. And the foul's going to go on Emma Kuntz. Brindley Alder comes into the game for the first time. And Liz Harris back in as well. Holding, you got to get it in. They just barely get the ball in. They get it into Mullenauer. Skip pass comes back over to Gooden again. Doesn't shoot. Now she gets it back from in the corner, and she hits the three.
That's 2 threes for her. She's a good shooter.
9-5. Preston's gone about 3 minutes now without a point as they get the ball back up into the front court. Twos in the corner. Harris.
Nice.
And she's hit on the arm as she tries to go up, and she'll go to the free throw line to shoot a couple.
Right, nice little pass by Taya Twos right there into the short corner for Liz Harris to get fouled.
Foul is on Zippy Thompson. How would you like to go through life being known as Zippy?
Yeah, I thought, I coached against her all last year and didn't know her first name. We always called her by her last name in the scouting report, so
yeah.
Heck of a girl, heck of a player.
Harris makes the first of the 2 free throws in tonight's game, brought to you by West Motors, your only stop for new or used cars in Preston and in Logan. Liz makes them both.
Yeah, good shooting, Liz. Good job.
Still a 2-point Soda Springs advantage, 9-7. As the skip pass again comes back over. Another shot by Gooden. That's no good. Good rebound down low. Put back up and in by Taylor Billman. Billman's got 4 and the lead back out to 4 again at 11-7. Twos in the front court. Held there, and they're going to call it a tied-up ball. It'll stay with Preston. Abby Gooden with good hands got in there quick and got the ball tied up before Twos could get it out of there.
Yeah, Tay needs to be a little more careful with the ball. Nice pass right there,
inside. Oh, great pass inside to Roberts, and Jadley's fouled.
Yeah, that was pretty.
Thompson will draw this foul. That's her second. Third team foul on Soda. And Jadley Roberts now will go to the free throw line. Jadley got into 9 games last year and averaged just about right at 2 points a game during the season.
She had a couple really great games. That stint where we had that little Utah 3-day tournament down there, and played a couple good games at Skyview and Bear River, I believe. So she's a good player. I'm looking for her to have a really good year this year.
Yeah, when you have those 5 seniors who scored about 80% of your points, it's hard to find playing time for the other girls.
That's true, but no knock on them. They're going to have a good year this year.
No, not at all. She misses the second free throw. Back outside as it comes to Osborne. Her shot from straight away is no good. Tews has the rebound. Kick it out quickly to Alder. Back to Tews up into the front court. Tews holds the ball top of the key, gives it off to Chloe Kuntz. Comes back again. Another 3 for Tews from straight away. Needs a bounce and won't get it. Rebound by the Cardinals. Here they come with 1.5 minutes to play in the first quarter. Skip pass back over on the right side. Another 3 from that side is no good. Rebound inside by Mullenauer is no good. And Tews able to chase that one down. Tews, skip pass, comes back over to Chloe Kuntz. Now back over again to Brindley Alder, who holds it top of the key. Comes back to Tews again. Now back to Alder on the right side. Free throw line extended. Inside, Kuntz is tied up, and that one should go back over to Soda Springs. The first quarter of tonight's game brought to you by Northern Title, the trusted name in the tri-state area. Good deeds done daily. Call today at 208-852-5700. We go under a minute to play here in the first quarter.
Yeah, been a good game so far.
11-8, Soda Springs on top on the Les Schwab Tire Logan North scoreboard. As they hold it there, comes back across, back over to Osborne. Doesn't shoot in the corner. It goes to Gooden. Needs a tap, won't get it. As reaching over the back of Harris was Garbett to knock the ball loose, but it's picked up by the Indians anyway. Comes Tews back up into the front court. Bounce it down into the corner. Try to force it down low. Ball skipping around loose, and it comes loose. Here comes Billman up into the front court. Got a player down low, doesn't go there. Tries to drive, knocked away. Roberts almost had the rebound, but instead taps it free. Tews up into the front court. Looking, holding. Now another 3 from Tews, and she's fouled.
Yeah, nice play.
Shot did not go, as the foul is going to go against Abby Gooden. That'll be her first, but Taya Tews is going to go to the free throw line now to shoot 3. First one is no good.
Man, it's going to be important for these girls to shoot free throws really good this year. I think that's going to be their struggle. Their energy and their effort's going to be there. It's just a matter of consistently scoring this year. And
next one rattles around, comes back out again.
Yeah, when you get freebies, you'd like to make them.
Now Tews back to the free throw line to try the third. And that one's perfect. And she has 6 points in the game. 3 seconds left here in the first quarter. They try to save it on the floor. Desperation shot by Mullenauer will not go, as Soda Springs will hold on to a 2-point lead at the end of the first quarter here tonight. After 1, it's Soda Springs 11, Preston 9. We're back with second quarter action brought to you by Level 10 Life. That's coming up right after this.
Skilled one-on-one life coaching sessions to help you unlock your next level in life. Our trained professionals specialize in health, life, and career coaching. Book a free consultation today at level10lifecoach.com.
There's no better family activity than a night out at the movies. Worm Creek Opera House Theater on State Street in Preston is your local home for first-run family movies. The historic theater offers top-flight comfort, the coolest refreshments, and quality entertainment, all at family prices. Stop by the Worm Creek Opera House at 70 South State Street in downtown Preston. For tickets, show times, and a list of upcoming attractions, go to wormcreek.org.
KACH.
11-9, Soda Springs leads after the first quarter of play here tonight. As Ronnie Ward joining us here on the broadcast tonight. You guys had Camille Kuntz as an assistant coach on your staff for all those years that you were there with Ryan Harris. What do you think of Coach Kuntz, and how do you think she'll do?
You know what? I love Camille. She's as great a person as she is a coach, and the girls will respond well to her, and I think over time she's going to do a really good job for us.
So Preston has the ball to start the second quarter as it comes inside. They kick it back outside. Brightly Harris into the game for the first time as that will go out of bounds. We were told Brightly would be in the starting lineup, and I'm kind of curious to see why she wasn't as the sophomore comes on here to start at quarter number 2. As the little jumper on the runner from the right side, that's no good. Rebound inside, she falls and throws the ball out of bounds. That was Osborne, who went down and just kind of threw the ball back over her shoulder and threw it to nobody.
Right. Falling down and threw it out of bounds.
So Preston trails by 2. Brightly Harris gets the ball up in the front court as it goes to Emma Kuntz. Now back to Brightly, down low. Chloe off the glass, no good. Nelson battles for the rebound inside. They take it away, and coming back the other way, Mullenhour saves it, but then there's Brightly to take it away.
Yeah, Brightly, good effort there. I think it stays Soda Springs ball, though. Yep, good hustle back.
Osborne will bring it in from the baseline. Gets it into Garbett. Holds it up over her head. Fakes the pass, drives through the paint, put it up and in, then she's fouled.
She's so smooth. What a good basketball player.
Foul's going to go on Ellie Nelson. That'll be her first. First points of the game for Garbett as she looks for the three-point play, but it will not go. So it stays a 4-point lead for the Cardinals at 13-9 on the Les Schwab Tire Logan North scoreboard, and the turnover as the Indians throw it out of bounds. Twos is going to come back onto the floor as Chloe Kuntz is going to get a break. As Gooden will walk the ball up into the front court. Get over here on the left side. It comes back to Billman. Skip pass across the top of the defense. Ends up in the hands of Garbett, top of the key. Good move. Comes back over on the left side again. Back to Billman. Three-point jumper in and out for Gooden. She already has 2 tonight and almost had another. As a wrestling match underneath in the paint, and it's 1st and 10. Who?
Yeah, that was a pileup, wasn't it? Should be.
He's going to stay with Soda
Yep,
as they'll bring the ball in underneath their own basket.
Boy, Soda's skipping the ball across the floor well. They're getting some open shots doing that, aren't they?
Yeah, but that's always a dangerous pass to throw, as the jumper from straight away by Mullenhour is no good. Nelson has the rebound there. As it comes to Kuntz. Up into the front court. Twos back onto the floor, has the ball, waiting for Brightly Harris to cut through. Almost double dribbled it. Yeah, down low as it comes to Roberts. Turn around on the block, that's no good. And reach in, and Roberts tried to tap the ball loose, but in doing so, drew the foul.
Yeah, good effort by Jadley, though, trying to fight for a rebound.
That's 16 fouls on the Indians. That means free throws for the Cardinals the rest of the way out. 6:15 remaining here in the first half. As Garbett will bring the ball up into the front court. Over on the left side, or right side rather, goes to Mullenhour. There's that skip pass again, back to Garbett, down into the corner as it comes to Taylor Thompson just into the game. Put it back up and in as Mullenhour with the rebound with a bad angle, got it to go down.
Yeah, she just outworked us there.
15-9, now a 6-point advantage for the Cardinals. Twos, had it knocked away from behind, loses it. Ahead it comes to Gooden. Gooden can't get a shot. Emma Kuntz there to knock the ball away, and it's going to stay there with the Cardinals. Garbett to bring it back in as it comes into Gooden. Gooden was pushed there by Kuntz. Ball comes back out top to Mullenhour, however, back to Gooden again. Skip pass again, comes back over to Osborne. Now down in the corner. Down low on the block to Garbett. From a bad angle, puts it up, no good. Air ball taken down there by Emma Kuntz. Up into the front court, gives it off as it comes to Twos. Twos holds it there as it comes back to Emma, and a reach-in foul. Should go against Gooden, I believe. It will be, and for Gooden, that's her second, team's fifth.
A couple possessions in a row where we didn't take care of the ball very well right there.
Twos holds it top of the key. 5 minutes to play here in quarter number 2. Second quarter brought to you by Level 10 Life. Across the top of the key comes over Emma from the left corner. That's no good. Long rebound. Brightly runs right into the chest of Taylor Thompson, and Thompson's going to draw a foul.
Might have a bloody nose.
Yep. You have to come out. Get a little bit of blood. Just going to go over and see Dave Allred and get that fixed up.
We're playing 4-on-5, Dan.
Just get on the court. Let him dare you to call a technical foul.
She did too. She just ran on.
Out top, it comes back to Osborne. Her two-pointer's no good. Good hustle there by Chloe Kuntz. Just back onto the floor to grab the rebound. And what do we got? We got timeout called by the Indians.
I think
Preston wants a timeout. We'll take one here as well. As we mentioned, the second quarter of tonight's game brought to you by Level 10 Life. We'll be right back.
When you are looking for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, but you want something that is ready to eat now, always stop at the Stokes Market Deli in Preston. With cold and hot cases, you can always find food that is fresh, hot, or cold. Sandwiches, soup, salads, deviled eggs, donuts, wraps, cheese trays, desserts, and a hot and delicious buffet. A meal out doesn't have to be at a restaurant. Come and enjoy something for everyone at the Stokes Market Deli today. 217 South State Street in Preston.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
4:27 left here in the first half. Soda Springs on top, 15-11. Dan Hubbard with Ronnie Ward with you tonight here from Preston Gym. It's funny, you know, that Brightly runs off with a bloody nose, and Chloe she's just standing there. They're playing 5-on-4, and all of a sudden she just runs on the floor.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one in all my years of basketball, to be honest with you, especially at the varsity level.
Level 10 Life brings you the second quarter. Reach your next level in life with their life coaching sessions. Find out more at level10lifecoach.com. Get little kids trying to give you a little publicity here.
Yeah, I know. My boy is teasing me that I'm on the radio with you.
That's never really an honor being on with me, but
I think it is.
Indians have it down low on the block. Nelson kicks it back outside. Twos looks at a three, but doesn't take it. Comes back across the top again. Now looks down the left side. She'll hand it off there as Chloe Kuntz comes to meet the ball. Back to Twos for three. Good again.
Nice shot, Taya. Really well. Good pass by Chloe.
Two has got 9. Preston trails by 1. Across the top, Garbett kicks it off in the corner. Mullenauer tries to answer with a three of her own. Rattles in and out as the rebound comes back to Garbett. Garbett stands just outside the arc. Now wants to drive. Gets cut off by Roberts. And the rebound comes to Nelson. Gives it back to Twos. Taya back up into a hurry. Back up into the front court. Down low. It went to Emma. Now back down on the block. Swing it all the way back around to the left side. Chloe's going to give it back to Nelson at the left elbow. Good ball movement here by the Indians. Get it down low to Roberts on the right block. She can't turn and get the shot, so she'll kick it back out. Twos has got another three. No good. And the long rebound is going to go out of bounds. Boy, she's feeling it.
She was. That was a little bit of a heat check right there, wasn't it?
As it'll be Brightly Harris to come back on the floor. Got a little piece of gauze in her nose to take care of that bloody nose.
Yep.
Well, good to see she's back out on the floor. 3:05 to play here in the first half. As Brightly sticks that size 5 Converse out there.
She's so athletic and quick.
Usually, you're used to talking about Shaq or somebody who wears size 22s, and all of a sudden, no, it's Brightly. She wears a size 5.
Yeah.
How do I know that? Just a wild guess.
Just a wild guess. It's probably better than mine.
As it comes into Grace Mullenauer, and Mullenauer immediately throws it away. Mullenauer, Gracie, is the younger sister of Alexa. Alexa's a senior. Gracie just onto the floor for the first time is a sophomore. 3 minutes exactly to play here in the first half. 15-14. Good spirited first half, but kind of the first half you would expect. A little bit sloppy at both ends as Nelson is tied up going up, but they're going to call a foul.
Yeah, it is a little bit sloppy, but both programs, new coaches, new schemes, not a lot of days in reps. I'm sure they'll clean it up as the season goes along.
When talking to Coach Kuntz the other day at practice, as the first free throw here by Ellie Nelson is good. She gets onto the score sheet tonight. Asked her what she thought of the team after the jamboree earlier in the week. And she said, well, I'll be honest, they have a lot of things they have to work on as Preston regains the lead at 16-15 and Soda Springs turns the ball over again. But she was very optimistic and excited about what she saw.
Yeah, I think there was a ton of positives to take away, and that's why you play those jamborees.
Back up in the front court, comes to the Indians. Look out, down low, great pass.
Wow.
Emma Kuntz for the layup.
Beautiful pass, Chloe. That was pretty.
Chloe goes to her sister for the layup. Preston leads by 3, 18-15 on the Les Schwab Tire Logan North scoreboard. Back outside to Garbett. Three-pointer there is no good. Brightly Harris has the rebound. Harris into the front court. Give it back to Twos. Another three. Looks good. Just a hair long. As he'll fight for the rebound to get it up into the front court. As it comes up to Gracie Mullenauer. She tries to go up. And a pushing foul against Harris.
Dang, that looked good from our angle, didn't it? On Taya's three right there.
That's 17 fouls now on the Indians, so that'll be 1-1 as Gracie Mullenauer, the sophomore, will go back to the free throw line. Her first one is good. So she gets onto the score sheet, gets Soda back to within a deuce at 18-16. She makes them both. Gotta like that form.
Yeah, Soda historically, their Lady Cardinals have always shot well from the free throw line, haven't they?
They have. Preston leads by 1 as we go under 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Nelson pops out to get it. Free throw line extended right. To the free throw line to Kuntz. And another held ball. As again, very quick hands there by Alexa Mullenauer to tie it up. But the alternating possession rule will keep the ball with the Indians. As they get into Twos. Twos starts calling out the plays. You got to love a player like that who just starts taking control while she's on the floor. Twos comes around the screen and trying to fight through the screen was Gooden, and she'll draw a foul, and that's her third.
Yeah, she's going to have to come out of the game. Coach is going to the bench.
That's too bad because she's been their real outside threat here in the first half.
Yep. Oh, she stays in.
Wow. As will be Alexa Mullenauer who will come out. As instead, Gooden's going to come over to the sideline, talk to the coach, and just say, you know what, just chill.
Yeah, stop fouling.
As the first free throw here by Twos is good. She's 2 out of 4 here in the game, and she's got 10 points here in the first half. Second one is good again. She's 4 out of 5 from the line as Mullenauer will come back on the floor. Now they get Gooden out of the game.
Jade Lee Roberts comes in as well for Chloe Coons.
Well, Preston back up by a point again at 19-18. Minute and a half to play here in the first. The first half, that is. Billman across the top of the key. Whips it back out top to Mullenauer. Inside to Garbett. Back outside. Three-pointer here from Billman. No good. As Emma Coons has the rebound. She'll push back up into the front court. That's the one thing that Coach Camille Coons told me was they are going to run. They need to go up-tempo because they're not going to be as big as most other teams. as the shot there by Harris is no good. Liz gets the rebound once. She misses twice from inside the paint. A couple of tough shots, though, with girls right in her face. Mollenauer up into the front court, and a holding foul called here on Emma Kuntz.
Yeah, good defense. We had her trapped right there. I wish we'd have traced that ball a little bit better instead of bail her out with a foul.
Now that's going to be 3 on Emma now as well. So Chloe's going to come back over and check in quick and come back in for her sister. So Mollenauer back to the line, and the first one is good. She makes the front end of the 1-and-1. Mollenauer with 4 points here in the first half. Tried to cut the lead down to 1. She misses the second free throw, and Liz Harris has the rebound. She tried to outlet it quickly to her sister, and it was taken away. As the Cardinals get it back up into the front court, as it comes back to Osborne. Back over in the corner, back to Billman. She'll try to bring it back out. Gets cut off the hands of Mollenauer, and back in. It's going to be a backcourt violation. Nobody touched it.
Right, great defense by the Lady Indians right there.
Absolutely. 35 seconds left.
Had their hands in every passing lane.
Preston up 20-18. Back out top. Brightly Harris has it, top of the key. Gives it off to Liz Harris. Back to Brightly. Or I should say Kuntz. Tews has got another 3. She's got 14 in the first half. Preston leads by 5 with 10 seconds to play. A three-pointer here by Osborne is no good. Rebound is off to Mollenauer with 4, with 3. Long shot, no good. Spin up the rebound, no. And Preston will lead by 5 as we come to the end of the first half. A spirited first half by the Indians. They got out to a lead. Cardinals came back and took the lead, but then Preston, very tenacious defense and on offensive end as well, end up going off at a halftime with a 5-point advantage. 23-18. Halftime is brought to you by Level 10 Life. We'll come back right after this.
Level 10 Life provides skilled one-on-one life coaching sessions to help you unlock your next level in life. Our trained professionals specialize in health, life, and career coaching. Book a free consultation today at level10lifecoach.com.
People oftentimes ask us, why do people from other areas of the valley or other parts of the state or drive so far to come here? And a lot of times I'll ask them, so why did you drive past several different dealers to come and buy your car here? And a lot of times they say, I just like the environment here. I like the low pressure. They don't play games. You guys are straightforward with me. You don't, trick me into buying something I don't want. We take care of people the way we want to be treated, and so they'll drive a ways to do that.
Bought my first truck from here in 1992 when I was 14 years old, and been buying trucks and a few cars ever since. I'm always referring friends, family, anybody I talk to West Motor Company.
We have a good time here, We have a great team of employees that we encourage them to have fun. Play at work is kind of one of our mottos.
West Motors will treat you like family.
WestMotorCompany.com.
The Preston Lady Indians continue their opening homestand on Tuesday night when the Shelley Russets come to town. New coach Camille Kuntz and the Lady Indians will look to mash the Russets in their first of 2 meetings over the next couple of weeks. You can catch the simulcast starting with the pregame show at 7 p.m. and the game slated to tip off at 7:30. It's all right here on FM 105.5 and AM 1340 KACH and the video feed on mylocalradio.com.
Webb Funeral Home is proud to be the leading provider of funeral services in northern Cache Valley, including southeast Idaho, for almost 100 years. We are a full-service mortuary offering the highest quality services with very affordable pricing. We have plans to meet everyone's budget, from traditional funeral services to graveside services and cremation options. We gladly provide free insurance coverage review, quality headstones and monuments, as well as funeral transcriptions. Let us answer any questions you might have by calling us at 208-852-0533. Webb Funeral Home, a trusted name in funeral service since 1925.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Welcome back. We're at halftime as the Bidel's performing. Hear their patriotic number here on the day after Veterans Day as the Preston Lady Indians lead 23-18 as we are at halftime. Dan Hubbard along with Ronnie Ward as John Beverly back in studio with us tonight as well. You know, when you look at the numbers and you look at the play of the Lady Indians in the first half, yeah, you have to look back at last year and go, man, if we only could have had Taylor Tews last year and had not missed all the whole season with that knee injury, what else could she have added to the team? She looks incredible in the first half tonight.
Yeah, no, Taya is terrific, and now you see why we missed her so much. That year before, that summer she hurt her knee, she was helping us out in the summer in our ball games immensely. Really created some depth for the team last year is what she would have done. But the two big storylines for me is obviously Taya for Preston, and then also Tarba or Garba only being held to 2 points.
Yeah.
You know, that's a big, you know, to me she's a big part of Soda and what they do. So kudos to Preston on both of those.
Yeah, I mean, it's 14 points in the first half for Taylor Tews. But other than that, nobody else really has more than 2 points so far in the first half for Preston. So you look in the second half for a little more balanced scoring.
Yeah, you would. You would expect for Soda to make some adjustments, come out, make sure that Taya doesn't get as many clean looks and really buttons up on her and makes other people have to score the ball.
But early on in the year, a few mistakes, a few turnovers, but I thought pretty well played from both sides in the first half.
Yeah, really not too bad. I think the score is indicative of that. You know, I'm 23 points at halftime for a team with not a lot of varsity experience. I think is probably Camille's pretty happy going into the locker room.
Yeah, exactly. Level 10 Life brings you the halftime show here tonight. As about time we'll take a look at some halftime stats. Halftime stats are brought to you by Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency, and we'll look at the score sheet when we come back right after this.
Whether it's your vehicle, home, business, or even life, protecting the things that matter most shouldn't be left to chance. At Farm Bureau, the Smith Agency, everything that is important to you is important to us. That's why our office and agents are united to protect your future and give you peace of mind today. I'm Brittany Smith. As your local Farm Bureau agents, my husband Braden and I would love to customize and simplify plans that are unique to you and what you care about. Stop in today and see how Farm Bureau can make insurance simple for you.
Protecting buyers and lenders in Cache Valley for over 40 years, Northern Title is the trusted name in the tri-state areas of Idaho, Utah, and Wyoming. The staff at Northern Title in Preston protect you from unknown complications like access issues, unpaid taxes, hidden liens, or easement restrictions. Choose the right title company. Choose to close with Northern Title of Preston. Good deeds done daily. Call today at 208-852-5700.
Whether you're in need of timber frame buildings, estate entrances, trusses, pergolas, pavilions, or gazebos, the craftsmanship at Milestone Timberworks reflects our passion and commitment of building for the future. At the beginning and end of the day, it's about achieving the built environment where the truly great moments in life are experienced. We look forward to working with you. Visit milestonetimberworks.com today.
In 1996, my father, Jay Moyle, started producing gourmet beef jerky in the foothills of Clifton, Idaho. Now, over 20 years later, Papa Jay's beef jerky is a staple of the Franklin County community. Family run since the beginning, the modern way of making jerky here at Papa Jay's is the old-fashioned way. Absolutely no shortcuts are taken in producing the finest quality and most delicious smoked meat you can find. Come over to Papa Jay's and bite into a tender, flavorful stick of Papa Jay's, and your view of jerky will never be the same. 10 South Main Highway, Clifton, Idaho.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Well, welcome back
Level
here.
10
Let's see what's happening as far
one-on-one
as the stats go here in the first half of tonight's game, with Preston leading 23-18. As far as the stats for Soda Springs, Jeanette Garbett with 2. Alexa Mollenauer had a total of 4 in the first half. Abby Gooden with a pair of threes, finished the first half with 6, but also had 3 fouls. Gracie Mollenauer with 2. Taylor Billman also had 4. For the Preston Indians, Chloe Kuntz played but did not score. Jadely Roberts had 1. Taya, too, shot the lights out. She had 14 in the first half to lead all players. Liz Harris with 2. It was Emma Kuntz had 2, but she also had 3 fouls and had to miss part of the second half. And Ellie Nelson made 1 of 2 free throws and finished the first half with 1 point overall on the night here for the Indians in the first half of tonight's game. You're from the coaching side. After watching the first half of tonight's game, what do you tell the girls as you get ready to play the second half?
You know, the message is probably one of that, hey, let's duplicate what we did in the first half. We had a couple moments where we got a little turnover happy, but for the most part, I thought they took care of the ball well and got some good shots. And hopefully now this half they get a little bit more balanced scoring throughout the team, though.
The halftime stats brought to you by Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency. Don't leave the things that matter to you to chance. Call Farm Bureau, the Smith Agency today, or stop by at 33 South 1st East in Preston, or give them a call at 208-852-2336. Stay with us. The second half coming up right after this.
Level 10 Life provides skilled one-on-one life coaching sessions to help you unlock your next level in life. Our trained professionals specialize in health, life, and career coaching. Book a free consultation today at level10lifecoach.com.
With over 24 years of building multifamily and commercial projects across the Intermountain West, Procon stands apart as a leader in the custom framing industry, driven by the standard of delivering the highest level of customer service, high-quality work, and integrity. Procon is dedicated to building multifamily and commercial properties that exceed customer expectations. Visit online to see why Procon stands above the rest at buildprocon.com.
Hi, my name is Penny Wright, and I am your local Medicare agent. Medicare annual open enrollment starts October 15th and ends December 7th. Call me at 208-852-2367 for a no-cost one-on-one consultation in your home, or come visit me at Larry's Pharmacy in Preston.
They say the 3 most important things in life for many people are their faith, their family, and their high school sports. And not necessarily in that order. Advertise where you'll get noticed. Call My Local Radio and become a sports advertiser today.
Listen for Dan Hubbard and Preston Indian Sports on KACH.
Welcome back. We get ready to start the third quarter. The third quarter of tonight's game is brought to you by Preston Auto Parts CarQuest, as the ball will belong to the Cardinals. They trail by 5 to the Lady Indians, 23-18 to start quarter number 3. Good tight defense by 2 as it comes back to Galbert. Turnaround jumper from 15.
Well, you don't want her to get going, do you? She's such a smooth basketball player. I've always thought that.
Well, there's Preston's first offensive possession here in the second half. Kuntz down low, down to Nelson. Oh, great defensive play, sliding across by Thompson to knock it away. Preston ball, baseline front court, comes into 2s, give it back to Kuntz in the right corner. Kuntz tries to dribble out of the corner, gives it back out top to Chloe. Chloe, Nelson, free throw line extended left. Holds it up overhead, almost has it taken away. And now she does has it taken away, as it's taken away by Gooden. 2-0. Gooden spins it up, missed it. As it's loose and it go out of bounds and back over to the Indians, it should.
Yes, it
should.
It
will.
Yep.
I want to welcome you for wherever you might be watching tonight on mylocalradio.com or listening on KACH. Glad to have you with us here tonight. Preston back here on Tuesday of next week against the Shelley Russets. Here comes Mullenauer, puts it up, and she's fouled coming down the left side of the lane.
Boy, Garbett with her long arms got a hand on that pass and stole it and got a good outlet pass up to Mullenauer.
Foul on Chloe Kuntz. Mullenauer makes the free throw. She's 2 for 2 up from the line tonight. And makes that one as well. So she's got 6, and Preston's lead is shrunk down to 1. 23-22 on the Les Schwab Tire Logan North scoreboard. Twos up into the front court. Gives it to Emma Kuntz right in front of the Preston bench. Back out top to Chloe. Chloe comes back to Nelson. She's double teamed. She ripped the ball out of that double team as it comes back to Twos. Force it down in the corner to Chloe Kuntz. Forces it down onto the block. Nelson had to go off her knee. Picked up there by Mullenauer for the Cardinals. And what do we got? We got a timeout with the ball in the back court. Preston leads 23-22. 6:23 to play here in the third. We'll be right back. It's always refreshing to shop where you know you'll be appreciated. It's even better to know that you can get everything you need. Quality parts at fair prices. The team at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest appreciates every customer. They work hard to make sure that you have the right part the first time, on time. Whether it's motorcycles, farm and ranch, lawn and garden, or car or truck parts, you can always get it all at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Stop in where you'll be treated like a friend. 17 South State Street, Preston.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Preston Auto Parts CarQuest brings you the third quarter of tonight's game. For all the parts you might need to keep your car or truck running strong, stop in and see them where you'll be treated like a friend. 17 South State Street here in Preston. As we lose our video again here for a moment. Let's see if we can get that back going for you again. We'll try to see if we can get that working for you here as Preston comes back out on the floor. Until then, we'll give you just an old traditional radio cast.
You and I are colorful enough.
Bite your tongue. As it comes to Gooden. Swing it back over to Mullenauer. Left corner three, no good. Fights for the rebound along the baseline. Puts it back up. That's no good. But there's Twos to take the ball away. Twos back up into the front court. Looks down the right side of the lane. Nothing there. As she comes back out top to Emma Kuntz. And I tell you what, the Soda Springs defense has really turned up a notch here in the second half.
Yes, they have.
Comes back to Twos. Drives the baseline all the way. Put it up, no good. Tapped inside, still loose. It's picked up again as it comes back to Mullenauer. Into the front court, gives it off to Gooden. Gooden will hold it above her head. Skip pass back over to Garbett from the left side. Good again. That puts Soda Springs back out in front, 24-23 on the Les Schwab Tire Logan North scoreboard. Down low. Harris tried to go up. It was blocked there by Thompson and goes out of bounds off of Liz. Jadley Roberts back into the game, and Taylor Wakely comes in for the first time.
Always fun to start have a freshman on varsity, isn't it? Means your program's going in the right direction.
Absolutely. So here is Gooden up into the front court. Gives it off as Thompson comes to meet it. Goes down in the left corner. He'll skip it back across, back over to Gooden again. Had a pair of threes in the first half. That's an air ball, and she'll have to chase it out of bounds.
That one was not on target like the others in the first half.
24-23, Soda Springs on top. Just under 5 minutes to play here in quarter number three as Wakely up into the front court. Down low in the corner. Get it down low to Roberts, and she's fouled going up. So Jadley will go back to the free throw line to try to get her team back even again.
Yeah, pretty pass by Brightly inside to Jadley right there. See if we can capitalize and make a couple free throws.
Jadley with 1 point in the first half. Free throw is good. And tonight's game is brought to you by Papa John's Deli and Jerky in Clifton. Remember, you can order their great world-class jerky for yourself online at papajays.com as the second free throw is no good. Stays 24 all. Swing it back across up top. Billman back over in the corner. Gooden tries to drive the baseline. She's cut off there as it comes back, and that'll be a travel violation as Thompson had it and took a little walk through the pea patch trying to get toward the board of the basket. Low 24 all. Is up into the front court. Bad pass. It's taken away as Billman. Boy, she read that pass and takes it all the way in for the layup.
Yeah, not a good play by Taya.
Nope.
Probably feeling some nerves.
Yeah, kind of a little freshman mistake. So it comes to Roberts down low. And boy, she took a whack across the arms trying to get rid of that pass. It's knocked away as here comes Billman again. Left-hand layup is good. Timeout, Preston.
It's a good timeout.
It's a very good timeout as Preston goes down by 4 with exactly 4 minutes to play here in quarter number 3, and we will be right back.
Franklin County Medical Center is proud to provide excellence in surgical and specialty healthcare right here in our community, making it extremely convenient to receive world-class care without even leaving the county. The best part is that we work closely with your primary care physicians to ensure a convenient and coordinated care experience. Our skilled surgeons are continually adding services to Franklin County, some you won't find anywhere in the greater Cache Valley area. Discover what is available right here at fcmc.org/specialty. You just might be surprised at what we have to offer.
KACH, mylocalradio.com. KACH.
4 minutes exactly to play. Soda Springs on a 10-1 run has opened up a 28-24 lead. Dan Hubbard with you. Ronnie Ward alongside tonight. I don't know why you want to call you Ronnie Wald. I've known another broadcaster named Ronnie Wald for probably the last 20 years.
I've been called worse, Dan.
Not by me. I'll just say that.
That's true.
They got to get it in because Chloe just does get it in. Throws it into a crowd and it's kicked and it comes back to Chloe. She gives it back to Wakely up into the front and lay it up and in.
Nice. First 2 points of her Preston career right there. That's going to be fun. Girl to watch for 4 years.
Taylor Wakely with the hoop. Preston back to within 2 at 28-26. Nice play by Brightly Harris to step in front of the pass.
Exactly what Camille wanted to see coming out of a timeout right there.
As they turn up their defense just a little bit as well here the last couple of trips down the floor. Comes into Gooden, wants to drive, gets cut off, and a foul. Foul's going to go against Chloe Kuntz. That'll be her third. So both of the Kuntz girls now with 3. The only 2 Preston Lady Indians in trouble. Foul trouble here. Garbett to bring it in underneath the basket. Comes back to Mullenauer. Her short jump shot is no good. Batted around, ends up in the hands of Emma Kuntz. Up into the front court, tried to give it back to Wakely. Intercepted there by Thompson. Thompson all the way back the other way. In the corner, a jumper for 3 is no good. As the rebound off to the Indians, the three-pointer missed by Billman. Wakely has it. She'll get it back across the timeline, back up into the front court. They'll work it back to Kuntz, back up top as Emma holds it there. 3:10 to play here in quarter number 3. Emma pulls up for a 3. That's no good. Good position on the inside by Brightly Harris for the rebound. Back outside to Emma. Get it back to Roberts at the free throw line as Wakely stopped. She had a clear lane.
Yeah.
And she stopped. That's what Roberts, she saw her out of the corner of her eye and threw the pass, and of course she wasn't there.
Yeah, that was actually a great read by Jade Lee. Taya should have just kept going. Taylor should have kept going.
2-point lead for the Cardinals. We're going to 3 minutes to play here in the third. Swing it over to Mullenauer, down low. Oh, nice pass down low to Thompson for the layup.
Pretty play.
Got to come help as they've put on the full court press as they just do get it over. Wakely trapped at the and she wants a timeout. Good timeout again called by Camille Kuntz. 2:27 to play. Back to a 4-point lead again here for Soda Springs. 30-26. Again, we'll be right back after this. There's no better family activity than a night out at the movies. Worm Creek Opera House Theater on State Street in Preston is your local home for first-run family movies. The historic theater offers top-flight comfort, the coolest refreshments, and quality entertainment, all at family prices. Stop by the Worm Creek Opera House at 70 South State Street in downtown Preston. For tickets, show times, and a list of upcoming attractions, go to wormcreek.org.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Stokes Market brings you tonight's game as the Indians and the Cardinals rolling around here at Preston Gym. Stokes Market with the precious meat and produce in Preston and throughout the Cache Valley. Stokes Market on State Street here in the city of Preston. So 30-26 as the Cardinals still have a 4-point lead. We apologize. We're working on trying to get the video back up and running. We're not be able to so far, but we're still efforting as we'll stay here within the third quarter with 2:27 to play. Tuesday night, as we mentioned, Lady Indians back here again as the Shelley Russets will be here. And then Thursday night of next week, they'll go on the road for the first time as they'll go to Burley.
Shelley will be a good game. They got that Cannon girl that has been offered a few D1 scholarships.
Driving is Wakely, and she's fouled on her way to the basket. Good move by Taylor. Draw the foul by Alexa Mullenauer. That's her second, as Taylor will go to the free throw line. We talked about it a little bit in the pregame show. It's a whole new world now for the Burley Bobcats as well.
Oh, yeah.
As the shot here by Wakely is good.
Yeah, at the end of last season, a home opener against Burley Bobcat looked a lot different than the home opener against Soda, didn't it?
But with the head coach now at BYU as the head women's basketball coach, Amber Whiting, Amari, their daughter, now starring at the other high school down there in Orem. It's Timpanogos. As the three-pointer again from the left side, put up there by Billman. That's no good. Rebound again off to the Indians. Here comes Wakely back up into the front court. She'll pull it up, snaps the pass. Good read by Billman. She steps in front of it, give it back to Mullenauer all the way for the layup.
Yeah, to give you a little insight on Amari, she blew her knee out at her official visit to BYU, if I'm correct.
Yeah, she signed her letter 2 days ago.
Yeah.
And she blew her knee out.
At her official visit, she's not.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm sad for her.
Oh my gosh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, kind of a bummer. She's a heck of a fun girl to watch.
Another foul on Alexa Mullenauer. That's her third. Preston now trails by 5. They've been outscored by 10 here in the quarter by the Cardinals. As it comes over on the right side, held there by Twos. They tackle Twos, and it's going to be a held ball. It'll stay with the Indians.
Yeah, Taya just held on to that ball way too long. She's got to keep that ball moving. I think that's going to be a thing for her this year a little bit.
I think that's a thing for most teams.
That's true.
As Twos gets it back, swing it back over to Brightly. Harris for 3. Good!
Good shot, Brightly.
Brightly Harris drills the 3. She gets on the score sheet, and Preston back to within 2. 1:10 to play in the quarter. Garbett driving the baseline, put it up and in.
Wow. What a move.
Basket is good. The foul is on Emma Kuntz, and that's her 4th. Garbett will go back to the free throw line.
At 6 feet tall, you're just not going to do a lot to stop that, are you?
No, not much. And she makes the basket to complete the three-point play. Back to a 5-point lead again, 35-30. Twos gets it up into the front court. They try to double team her. Good ball movement. Ball loose underneath. Held on to again as Chloe Kuntz comes over, and the held ball is going to go back over, unfortunately, to the Cardinals.
Darn it.
54 seconds left here in the quarter.
They're in a little 1-3-1 that's kind of baiting us come across half court. We're doing a poor job of recognizing that.
Emma Kuntz comes off the floor as Preston actually goes smaller than what they are normally. As they try to drive on Chloe Kuntz, and she draws the foul, and that's going to be 4 on her.
They're kind of in a race to see who can foul out first.
So a couple of Indians in foul trouble with 4 apiece. Look out, backdoor. Gooden throws it up, and that's foul, and that's going to be against
Ellie Nelson.
Did you call it on Nelson? Yes, they did. Nelson came over and gave her a pretty good whack. That's only her second, but that's 5 now on the Indians here in the second half.
Yeah, we don't want him to get into the bonus before the fourth quarter starts.
So Gooden at the free throw line, no good. Gooden with 6 so far on the night. She misses her first free throw attempt. Second one, no good again. So here comes Wakely back up into the front court. Comes to Chloe right in front of the bench. Back out top to Wakely. Swing it back over to Brightly Harris. Wants to drive. Comes back to twos on that skip pass along the baseline.
Bingo.
Boy, Chloe, that looked straight as a string and in the bottom of the basket, but it was no good. Comes back outside, back to Mullenauer. That's her three-pointer is no good. Good box out there by Nelson to grab the rebound. 15 seconds to play in the quarter. Back up in the front court. Twos has it in the corner. She'll dribble it out of the corner. Let the clock run down to 8, 7 into the right corner, back to outside. Now back in that corner again to try to get it back to Wakely. And Garbutt got a hand on it, knocked it out of bounds with 1.2 left in the quarter. Down low, Nelson, as that'll be blocked out of bounds as Sampson got a hand on it, and that's the way the quarter will end. Well, Preston goes from 5 up to 5 down in the third quarters. We'll go to the fourth. 35-30 the score. We're back right after this timeout. North Stars Ultimate Outdoors is the best provider of power sport vehicles right here in downtown Preston. Vehicles and equipment from brand names that you know and trust, like Steel, Polaris, and Yamaha. Stop in and let us get you ready for your next adventure at North Stars Ultimate Outdoors. It's where the fun starts, 777 North State Street, Preston.
Level 10 Life provides skilled, one-on-one life coaching sessions to help you unlock your next level in life. Our trained professionals specialize in health, life, and career coaching. Book a free consultation today at level10lifecoach.com.
They say the 3 most important things in life for many people are their faith, their family, and their high school sports. And not necessarily in that order. Advertise where you'll get noticed. Call My Local Radio and become a sports advertiser today.
Listen for Dan Hubbard and Preston Indian Sports on KACH.
Fourth quarter of tonight's game is brought to you by Papa J's. That's what I'm trying to think of. Papa J's Deli and Jerky in Clifton. So Preston starts the fourth down by 5. And tonight's game brought to you in part by Webb Funeral Home, serving Preston and surrounding communities since 1925. So they'll get it in. Preston has the ball to start the fourth. Comes into the corner. As twos for 3 from there is no good. Rattles around a couple of times. Garbutt has the rebound. She zigzags her way up into the front court. Gives it off over on the left side as it comes to Gooden. She'll bring it back up top, hold her hand up and say, let's run play number 2. She goes on the right side and she gets it back. Garbutt pops up to receive the pass, swing it over on the left side as it comes back to Billman. Skip pass all the way across. Good ball movement again by the Cardinals back outside. Billman from the left side for a 3 is good.
Yeah, that was pretty ball movement, wasn't it? Good job by the Lady Cardinals there.
Billman's got 11 and the lead now is 8. 38-30 on the Les Schwab Tire Logan North scoreboard as Kuntz has it right along the baseline. That's no good. As it comes back, Brightly Harris.
Missed a foul there.
Yeah, missed a foul. She took a pretty good pop, but no call. As it comes back to Garbutt, back up in the front court. Garbutt back over into left corner. 3-pointer from there is no good. As Billman couldn't get that to go down. As Sampson has it down low. That's no good. And Roberts is right there to grab the rebound. Quickly back up into the front court as it comes to twos. Taya tries to go baseline, gets cut off. So she'll bounce it back out as it comes to Kuntz. This time they call the foul.
Woo. Starting to let them play a little, weren't they? Thought there were a couple fouls before that.
Fouls against Abby Gooden. That's her 4th. That's 4 on the Cardinals as a team. Preston has 5. 38-30. 6:35 to play here in quarter number 4. As Preston was outscored in the third by 10. As Chloe left-handed can't get that one to drop. Rebound again comes to the Cardinals. Sampson gets it up to Garbett, back up into the front court. Garbett wants to drive all the way. Strong move, lay it in. Garbett's got 11 after that strong move, and the lead now is 10. As ball comes up in the front court to the Indians, as Chloe straddling the timeline, gets it across. Back outside. Harris goes up, has it stripped away by Sampson, and last touched out of bounds as Nelson tried to grab the loose ball, and it'll be given back over to the Cardinals.
I'd like to see Brightly just shoot that corner three with no defense on her instead of dribbling in and have a contested shot.
Tonight's game brought to you by Ralph's Construction, building new homes in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. Call for more information at 435-232-1837. So here comes Billman. She'll walk the ball up into the front court. Preston lets her get across the midcourt in a 2-1-2 zone. As it comes again to Thompson, just back on the floor. Back to Billman, tries to drive baseline, a little up and under, goes back to Mullenauer on the left side. Shot no good. Mullenauer with the long rebound comes right back to her. Snap it back in the corner, back to Thompson. Looks inside, can't go there, so she'll come back out top, back to Billman. As she looks over at the coach, getting some instruction. Now they put it back in motion, back over on the left side, down in the left corner, goes to Mullenauer. Holds it up over her head, looked inside, nothing there, so they'll skip it across as it comes to Osborne, and the timeout soda called by the bench. 5:15 to play. Preston still down by 10, so we'll take a timeout. We'll come back right after this. When it comes to all things electrical, Sean Carter and the guys at S&T Electrical should always be your go-to crew. With experience in everything from new construction to repairs, service, and new installations, S&T Electrical is professional and friendly in all they do. Your electrical work will be done right. Call S&T Electric today at 208-852-5878.
This is Sean Carter with S&T Electric. It's what we do.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
So 5:15 remaining here in the game. Preston trailing by 10 as Coach Camille Kuntz trying to draw something up to get things going back their way. They've been outscored by 15 since halftime.
Yeah, we've only put up 5 points. Is that right? Were we 24? 6 points.
Yeah. So it's been a rough second half so far.
It has. Let's hope the last 5:15 goes better.
As they got some players in foul trouble now, as well as Sophie Covert into the game for the first time. Covert, a junior. As the pass almost taken away there, as the Preston defense has come out really back all the way out to the midcourt stripe and really starting to press the action here. Billman along the baseline. Mullenauer can't get a shot from there. She'll pull the ball back up. Good bounce pass inside to Billman. Back in the corner. Back to Sampson. Now back outside to Mullenauer again. Little spin move. Can't get loose, so she'll give it back to Billman. Billman. Bad pass taken away as Chloe got a hand on it, but then couldn't get it before it bounced on the line.
Yeah, good hands by Chloe. Great anticipation there.
Back down to 4:46 now to play. Corner. Right corner to Mullenauer. Back to Thompson as she cut to the basket. They'll give it back to Billman. As now they're really starting to take the air out of the ball and hold on to it. It'll be a little more deliberate as Coach Kuntz is telling them to come out and really start to force the action, make them move the ball. Billman driving, spins, baseline, 8-foot jumper, needs a roll, won't get it. Knocked out of bounds, saved on the floors. They save it back on the floors. It comes to Osborne. Good play by the Cardinals. And now the Cardinals want a timeout as Soda Springs wants to take the timeout this time. 4:15 to play here in quarter number 4. And again, we'll take a timeout and be back right after this.
Folks have many reasons to visit Casper, Wyoming every year, whether it's work, high school sports and activities, a romantic getaway, or business meetings. The best place to stay when you're in Casper is the Come On In Hotel and Suites. A beautiful log hotel offers 5 hot tubs, a pool, fitness center, and a fabulous indoor atrium. You can also reserve meeting rooms for your next event, and each stay includes an extended continental breakfast. Reserve your rooms today at the Come On In Hotel and Suites in Casper, Wyoming. Call 307-472-6300.
40-30, Preston trails, 4:15 remaining. Dan Hubbard along with Ronnie Ward with you this evening here from Preston Gym. Preston needs to get some the ball back. Need to make sure they secure rebounds.
That's true.
As Soda Springs has definitely out-rebounded them here in the second half as driving Billman puts it up. That's no good. And again, Garbett with a better position takes the rebound away and gets tied up. And again, it'll stay with Soda in the front court.
Yeah, just not doing a very good job giving those guys too many second chances.
Now, overall, they have bigger players, and they're just getting better position. As they get it inbounds to Gooden. Swing it back out top to Mullenauer. Now back to Gooden again, back to the top of the key. Billman runs by, takes the handoff, kicks it back in the corner to Mullenauer for 3. No good, too long. And again, there's that long rebound again, back out to Garbett. Back again down low as it comes to Gooden. She loses it. Put back up again as Thompson had it. And then Preston had the rebound, lost it out of bounds, but it's going to go back to the Indians anyway.
Yeah, we're lucky there. Just getting outworked a little bit on the boards.
Emma Kuntz and Jadely Roberts back on. Remember, both the Kuntz sisters both have 4 fouls. And the press now put on here as they throw it away as the pass intercepted by Gooden. Back down low, goes right through Mullenauer's hands and out of bounds.
Well, that was one turnover that on each team that was unnecessary.
So after exchanging turnovers, the ball back to the Indians again. And again, they'll pick up the ball right as it comes across the timeline as they'll double team it right in the corner. As Twos is trapped. And again, Coach Kuntz is forced to take a timeout. 3:14 to play. Still, Preston trails by 10. And once again, we'll be right back.
Franklin County Medical Center is proud to provide excellence in surgical and specialty healthcare right here in our community, making it extremely convenient to receive world-class care without even leaving the county. The best part is that we work closely with your primary care physicians to ensure a convenient and coordinated care experience. Our skilled surgeons are continually adding services to Franklin County, some you won't find anywhere in the greater Cache Valley area. Discover what is available right here at fcmc.org/specialty. You just might be surprised at what we have to offer.
KACH, mylocalradio.com. KACH.
Les Schwab Tire helps bring you tonight's game. Remember, Les Schwab is your one stop for tires, brakes, alignments, and shocks and more. Stop by and find out for yourself in North Logan. Visit the North Logan store at 1986 North Main in North Logan. Neither team has scored in the last couple of minutes. It remains a 10-point advantage for the Cardinals at 40-30.
Yeah, which is obviously an advantage to Soda that nobody scored. And we're just doing a really poor job of handling their little 1-3-1. We're dribbling right across half-court line, like just asking for him to trap us. We need to, skip the ball back and forth a little bit and beat that with passing instead of dribbling.
Waiting for the Soda Springs to come back on the floor. Here they come. With 3:14 remaining on the clock, they lead 40-30 on the Les Schwab Tire Logan North scoreboard. As it comes into twos for the Indians. Skip pass, good pass to Emma Kuntz from along the baseline. That's a little too strong. And here comes the Cardinals again with the rebound. 3 minutes to play in the game. And once again, they want a timeout. Welcome to overcoaching. 3:02 to play here in quarter number 4. As with 3:02 left, we'll be right back. There's no better family activity than a night out at the movies. Worm Creek Opera House Theater on State Street in Preston is your local home for first-run family movies. The historic theater offers top-flight comfort, the coolest refreshments, and quality entertainment, all at family prices. Stop by the Worm Creek Opera House at 70 South State Street in downtown Preston. For tickets, showtimes, and a list of upcoming attractions, go to wormcreek.org.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
All right. Not sure how many timeouts each team has left, but they got to be down to virtually nothing at this point. As each team has really been timeout heavy here in the second half. As they get it in. Oh, that's almost backcourt violation.
It was close.
As comes to Billman. Gooden drives the baseline and a holding foul. As that'll be against Brightly Harris. That's her second and the team's sixth. So Preston now out of fouls, so the remaining 2:55 of the game. Billman gets it in as cutting right to the basket is Garbett, and she's fouled. It's a blocking foul as that'll be against twos.
Man, that was really close. Taylor was almost there.
That's just her first, but it's going to send Garbett to the free throw line to shoot two, and the first one is no good. She has 11 in the game, and tonight's game brought to you by Franklin County Medical Center with the finest care you'll receive anywhere in the Cache Valley. She makes the second, and it's now an 11-point lead. As the ball again taken away in the front court as the Indians can't get a shot. Another empty trip up the floor as they'll spin it around and it comes back to Thompson. Thompson back to Mullenauer. 2:35 to play in the game. Preston trails by 11 as it comes back to Garbett. Garbett works her way all the way around the top of the key, drives the right baseline, and a foul as she goes up. Is coming over was Brightly Harris. It was either that or give her an uncontested layup. Brightly's got 3 fouls now in the game, and that's going to send Garbett back to the free throw line again. She makes the first. Garbett's got 13. Brindley Alder back into the game for the Indians. As the lead is now 12. We got a lane violation.
On the shooter.
Against the shooter.
Yep.
So Preston will get the ball back, down 12, 42-30. Soda Springs leads on the Les Schwab Tire Logan North scoreboard as they push that press now all the way into the back court. As they get it up into the front court, down low, skip pass along the baseline, comes to Chloe Kuntz. Three-pointer from there is no good. Garbett has the rebound. She'll push it up the sidelines herself, and she carried it, so a turnover.
Yeah, that was uncharacteristic of Garbett. Normally she's pretty good ball handler.
So again, they'll extend the press back into the back court. As it comes to Harris up in the front court to Kuntz. She gives it down in the corner to Emma Kuntz. The two-pointer from there is no good. Rebound again is off to the Cardinals as they get it to Gooden up into the front court. As it comes there to Billman. Billman will bring it back up top. Under 2 minutes to play now here in the fourth quarter. 1:45 to play to be exact. Cardinals lead by 12 as it comes back up top to Garbett. Garbett driving the right side of the key and lays it in. Nobody came to cut her off.
No, they did not. Poor help defense. Now we're about to turn it over again on a silly one.
As it comes back out again to Alder. And the timeout called by Preston before the shot went up. So 1:27 to play, 44-30. We'll squeeze in another quick timeout, and we'll be right back right after this. It's It's always refreshing to shop where you know you'll be appreciated. It's even better to know that you can get everything you need, quality parts at fair prices. The team at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest appreciates every customer. They work hard to make sure that you have the right part the first time, on time. Whether it's motorcycles, farm and ranch, lawn and garden, or car or truck parts, you can always get it all at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Stop in where you'll be treated like a friend. 17 South State Street, Preston.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
So 1:27 left here in the fourth. Preston trails by 14 as Soda Springs trying to snap a 4-game losing streak to the Indians over the last couple of years. Of course, Preston still has a return trip to make to Soda a little bit later on. Comes to Chloe Kuntz on the right side as she'll get it off as it comes to twos, drives down low as they give it off the dish down low.
To Maisie Knapp.
As Maisie Knapp not able to get it to go down, but then she was fouled going to get the rebound and put it back up.
Dan, I was just telling you during break that this young lady's a freshman, and in my opinion, she has a really high ceiling in her 4 years of being here. She does a lot of good things with the ball.
First free throw is no good. Knapp back to try the other next one, and she makes that one.
First bucket of her varsity career. Free throw.
44-31, 1:05 to play. As the pass deflected, finds its target anyways. It comes to Thompson, 5-foot jumper's no good. Kuntz has it, gives it off to Chloe, back up into the front court. Chloe goes into the corner. Harris has it there. Oh, great pass down low, and guess who? There's Knapp again. Knapp with the layup, 44-33. 39 seconds to play. As here is Twos to come out, put a pretty good pop on who was that? Mullenauer she fouled.
Yep.
And Mullenauer will. Is that Gooden? I thought it was Mullenauer, but Gooden's going to go to the free throw line. As waiting here for Twos to adjust her knee brace there on her right knee from the knee injury she caused her to miss all of last year. Free throw is no good. Comes back off again, back to the Cardinals. 30 seconds to play. Soda Springs up by 11. They don't need to shoot as they'll just work the ball around the perimeter. As they get it back down low as it comes back to Garbutt again. She'll back it into the right corner. Now bring it back out top as the clock down to 15. Back to Gooden, and Gooden is fouled. That's going to be on Chloe Kuntz, and that's going to be 5 on her.
She made it most of the game, though. There for a minute, I didn't know if she would.
You sound the horn, get the officials' attention. As it will be Alder to come back on to replace Chloe, who fouls out. So Gooden back to the free throw line for the second. That's good. And it's 46-33, the lead up to 13.
Clock.
As
there it starts.
Down to 10, back out top to Twos. Takes a long three, needs a bank, won't get it. As there's Mullenauer with the rebound, 2-1, and that's the way the game will end. Final score, it's the Soda Springs Cardinals 46, the Preston Lady Indians 33. As kind of a tough second half for the Indians, as things just kind of fell apart all at once in the second half.
Yes, it did. 9 points in 2 quarters of basketball is just not going to get it done, darn it.
We invite you to stay tuned. We'll have the post-game show. It's coming up right after this. Tonight's game has been brought to you by West Motors, your only stop for new or used cars in Preston and in Logan. Stokes Market True Value with the freshest meat and produce in town. Webb Funeral Home, serving Preston and surrounding communities since 1925. Ralph's Construction, building homes in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. Franklin County Medical Center, with the finest care you'll receive in all of the Cache Valley. Preston Auto Parts CarQuest, with all the parts you need for your car to keep it running strong. Naylor Insurance, for home, health, life, and auto from Mutual of Enumclaw. Procon Homes, building quality multifamily homes across the West. By Les Schwab Tires. Stop in and see the tire experts on Main Street in North Logan. North Star's Ultimate Outdoors. Get ready for your next outdoor adventure at North Star's Ultimate Outdoors in Preston. Evergreen Financial. When planning your future, trust the experts at Evergreen Financial in Preston. Level 10 Life. Reach your next level in life with their life coaching sessions. Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency. Don't leave the things that matter to chance. Call Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency, today. Northern Title, the trusted name in the tri-state area. And by Papa J's Deli and Jerky in Clifton. Now stay tuned for the Ralph's Construction postgame show, coming up next. If you're looking for someplace new as you head into your golden years, look into the tradition of quality designer homes built by Ralph's Construction in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. Working in Phase 3 now, with Phase 4 starting soon, these homes can be built to a floor plan that you desire, or Ralph's Construction has other options that you're sure to fall in love with. Call today for more information, 435-232-1837. Now is the time to plan for the finest home of your lifetime. Ralph's Construction, 435-232-1837.
When you are looking for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, but you want something that is ready to eat now, always stop at the Stokes Market Deli in Preston. With cold and hot cases, you can always find food that is fresh, hot, or cold. Sandwiches, soup, salads, deviled eggs, donuts, wraps, cheese trays, desserts, and a hot and delicious buffet. A meal out doesn't have to be at a restaurant. Come and enjoy something for everyone at the Stokes Market Deli today. 217 South State Street in Preston.
The Preston Lady Indians continue their opening homestand on Tuesday night when the Shelley Russets come to town. New coach Camille Kuntz and the Lady Indians will look to mash the Russets in their first of 2 meetings over the next couple of weeks. You can catch the simulcast starting with the pregame show at 7 p.m. and the game slated to tip off at 7:30. It's all right here on FM 105.5 and AM 1340 KACH and the video feed on mylocalradio.com. North Star's Ultimate Outdoors is the best provider of power sport vehicles right here in downtown Preston. Vehicles and equipment from brand names that you know and trust, like Steel, Polaris, and Yamaha. Stop in and let us get you ready for your next adventure at North Star's Ultimate Outdoors. It's where the fun starts, 777 North State Street, Preston.
Across the FM airwaves, we're heard at 105.5. On the far-reaching AM dial, we're at 1340. And on the internet at mylocalradio.com. Wherever you find us, we are KACH, Preston, Smithfield, Logan.
It's time for the Preston Indians postgame show. Coming up, we'll recap the just completed game, take a look at the final stats, and a look at what's ahead for the Preston teams. The postgame show is brought to you by Ralph's Construction, building quality designer homes in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. For more information, call 435-232-1837. And welcome in here to the postgame show. The postgame show tonight brought to you by Ralph's Construction. Ralph's Construction, building homes in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. Call for more information at 435-232-1837. Dan Hubbard along with Ronnie Ward here at Preston Gym as the Cardinals break a 4-game losing streak to the Preston Indians, winning tonight by the final score of 46-33. You have to like the way the Cardinals played in the second half. They really put the pressure on, and the Indians just weren't able to answer.
Yeah, they kind of exposed our weakness, I believe, which is lack of experience and taking care of the ball out at the top of the in our backcourt. You know, so kudos to the Cardinals for doing that and holding us to 9 points. Is that right in the second half?
It's tough to win when you only score 9 points in the half, and you had the leading scorer of Taya Twos, who had 14 in the first half, and they kept her off the scoreboard in the second half.
Yeah, and I think that there's going to be a lot of teams that do that to Taya, and she's going to have to learn how to get her shot off and create and do a few things that'll allow her to kind of continue to score at kind of an even kill throughout every quarter. But she'll get there. I mean, a lot of these girls, it's their first varsity experience, and there's still a ton of really good takeaways tonight. I think they competed well and overall, had an okay showing for their first game of the season.
I thought the first half they did quite well.
Yes, I agree.
In the second half, I think just the experience of Soda Springs has kind of caught up with the Indians, and they could not answer when they needed to.
Right, I totally agree. What showed was the fact that Soda returned, I think, 4 starters and Preston 0.
We'll come back after this timeout. We'll take a look at the stat sheet. Stats coming up next. Stay with us. If you're looking for someplace new as you head into your golden years, look into the tradition of quality designer homes built by Ralph's Construction in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. Working in Phase 3 now, with Phase 4 starting soon, these homes can be built to a floor plan that you desire, or Ralph's Construction has other options that you're sure to fall in love with. Call today for more information, 435-232-1837. Now is the time to plan for the finest home of your lifetime. Ralph's Construction, 435-232-1837. It's always refreshing to shop where you know you'll be appreciated. It's even better to know that you can get everything you need, quality parts at fair prices. The team at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest appreciates every customer. They work hard to make sure that you have the right part the first time, on time. Whether it's motorcycles, farm and ranch, lawn and garden, or car or truck parts, you can always get it all at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Stop in where you'll be treated like a friend. 17 South State Street, Preston. It's the goal in everyone's life to reach financial independence and security. Evergreen Financial Partners in Preston can help with strategies to assist in those goals. They will design a plan to suit you, whether it be for your family, home, or current or future investments. Evergreen Financial Partners can help with life insurance, long-term life, 401ks, retirement plans, or mutual funds. Contact the experts at Evergreen Financial and let them put a plan together for you. Find them at 41 West 1st South in Preston, or go online to set your appointment at evergreenfinancialpartners.net. Evergreen Financial Partners, your first step to financial security.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Well, welcome back here to the postgame show. Let's look at the final stat sheet. Stats tonight brought to you by Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency. For the Cardinals, they're led by Jeanette Gaubert, who finished the game with 15 points. That's high for any player in the game. Alexa Mollenauer finished the game with 8. It was 6 points tonight for Abby Gooden, 2 points for Grace Mollenauer, and 11 points for Taylor Billman, for the total of 46. For the Indians, Chloe Kuntz played but did not score before she fouled out late in the fourth quarter. Jaylee Roberts finished with 2. Taylor Twos had 14 in the first half, and that's what she finished with overall in the game, 14 points. Taylor Wakely got in as a freshman. She finished the game with 3. Brightly Harris also had 3. 2 points for Liz Harris, 2 points for Emma Kuntz, 1 for Ellie Nelson in the game tonight for the Indians as well. So the final score here tonight, 46-33, as Soda Springs wins it. We'll come back. We'll get some final thoughts from Ronnie Ward as we continue right after this. Since 2005, North Star's Ultimate Outdoors has been Cache Valley's source for fun and adventure. It's here you can find the biggest selection of snowmobiles, ATVs, utility vehicles, and handheld power equipment from the brand names you know, such as Steel, Polaris, and Yamaha. The professionally trained staff at North Star's Ultimate Outdoors of Preston has what it takes to get you out on the nation's leading brands. The best deals in the best town. North Star's Ultimate Outdoors. It's where the fun starts. 777 North State Street, Preston. If you're looking for someplace new as you head into your golden years, look into the tradition of quality designer homes built by Ralph's Construction in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. Working in Phase 3 now, with Phase 4 starting soon, these homes can be built to a floor plan that you desire, or Ralph's Construction has other options that you're sure to fall in love with. Call today for more information, 435-232-1837. Now is the time to plan for the finest home of your lifetime. Ralph's Construction, 435-232-1837.
Franklin County Medical Center is proud to provide excellence in surgical and specialty healthcare right here in our community, making it extremely convenient to receive world-class care without even leaving the county. The best part is that we work closely with your primary care physicians to ensure a convenient and coordinated care experience. Our skilled surgeons are continually adding services to Franklin County, some you won't find anywhere in the greater Cache Valley area. Discover what is available right here at fcmc.org/specialty. You just might be surprised at what we have to offer.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
All right, welcome back as the Cardinals beat the Indians tonight 46-33. Before we go, Ronnie Ward, final thought or two about tonight's game.
You know, I really thought the girls competed really well, especially in that first half, and you know, they might be lacking a little experience, but they're going to gain that as the games go on. And I'm really looking forward to watching this group come together and do some good things. And hopefully they keep in mind that, you know, they're getting a little bit better every game and that the important games are at the end of the year. And hopefully these guys kind of keep that at the forefront of their minds as the season goes on and they gain some experience. Because overall, I really, really was impressed for a lot of really good things that they did, and so looking forward to how the year comes together.
Yeah, it's a growing sequence. They're not expecting to come out and play their best game of the year in game number 1.
Right, I agree, and I think Camille's going to do that in the locker room. I think she's going to highlight a lot of the positives, and they'll work on some of the things that they can work on. And I expect Tuesday night that they'll be a little bit better of a team, and I think that will be kind of the MO of this group going forward. Is every day they're going to get a little bit better.
Well, thanks for joining us tonight, sliding into that empty seat.
Go Lady Indians.
That's right. Ronnie Ward with us here this evening on the broadcast. As coming next, as he mentioned, is Tuesday night, as the Shelley Russets will be here. We'll have the call for you on FM 105.5 and AM 1340 KACH and on mylocalradio.com, starting with the pregame show at 7 o'clock and the tip-off slated for 7:30. That'll wrap up our coverage for tonight. The executive producer of KACH Radio Sports is Val Cook. Our studio coordinator has been John Beverly. We'll remind you of the final score here tonight as the Cardinals break that 4-game losing streak head-to-head against the Indians. Final score 46-33. Until next time, for Ronnie Ward, I'm Dan Hubbard saying thanks for joining us and thanks for listening to this presentation, and have a good night from here at Preston High School. Thank you for listening to the Preston Indians postgame show. This broadcast has been a production of Preston Broadcasting, LLC, and was intended for the private, non-commercial use of our audience. Use of any portion of this production, its accounts or descriptions, in whole or in part, may not be used or rebroadcast without the express written permission of Preston Broadcasting, LLC.